This is Fabulae Graecae 1.7 and 1.8. Just want to cover the homework here. Tum Hercules cadaver ad opinum in umines retulit. All right, then Hercules took back the body, the corpse, to the town on his shoulders. And I asked about cadaver. This is accusative, singular, neuter. And as you know, the nominative and accusative of all neuters is always the same in Latin and Greek. And the plural always ends in A, but this is singular. So even though it looks really weird, it looks like a nominative, because the nominative and accusative of all neuters is always the same, that's also the accusative. So it's the direct object, the dio, of retulit. He brought back the body. And this, oh, what a dreadful verb. This comes from re, Pharaoh. Pharaoh is a really irregular verb, and the principal parts are Pharaoh, Pharae, that's irregular right there. There should be an E there. And then it's Tuli and Latus. Oh my gosh. And what happens here is that two different verbs, one and then two, actually three different verbs, really came together to form one. So this happens when certain forms fall into disuse and replace others. Okay, so he brings it back, and he wore the pelt, which he took off afterwards, as his cloak. Okay, so imperfect, active, indicative there. And the subject is Heracles. And the direct object is pelem back here. Pelem, accusative. Pelem, accusative. And then this, quam, the relative pronoun, agrees with its antecedent in number, singular, singular, and gender, feminine, feminine. But its case is determined by its function in its own clause. So it's the direct object of that. So they happen to be accusative, but that's just coincidence because they're both direct objects. All right, so Hercules, he's wearing this lion's skin as his cloak. A bold statement indeed. What does it mean when you wear the skin of your victim as your clothing? All right, let's move on here. However, let's see. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. One little word on the last page. Omnes, everybody, however, qui eam regionem incolebant, everybody who lived in this region, ubi famam de morte leonis acceperunt, when they received the news, the story, about the death of the lion, vehementer gaudebant, they rejoiced very strongly. I'm trying to think of a good translation of that, but just came up with very strongly. And habebant Herculem, and they held Hercules magno honore, in great honor. Okay, so this qui is the subject of incolebant, and the antecedent, back on the other page here, is omnes. It's the subject in its own clause, so it's nominative, singular. Everybody who lived in that region. And the imperfects. Here's one, here's two, here's three. Imperfect tense. We're always thinking about time, continuing action. Time is a fish. Alright, there he goes. There's the fish. Oh, he's swimming along. Yes. He's got sharp teeth there. The barracuda of time. Swimming through the stream. There it is. And then magna honore, we're going to call that an ablative of manner, something. It's this adjective going with the noun in the ablative case. You see it quite frequently.